Hi, I'm Lynette and welcome. Today's an exciting day because I am going to be using for the very first time the new Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder. I have it in two shades, number 8 and number 9. So I am going to be trying out this product for the first time. I'm going to apply it, I think, in 2 different ways because this product has a lot of claims and you can use it in so many different ways. So I'm going to try to use it in 2 different ways today. Hopefully one of them will match me. And then the plan is to wear it during the day and then come back here and let you see how it looks, see how it held up, and to give you my final thoughts on it. So if you like these types of videos, please consider subscribing because I'm here every week with makeup haul, swatches, tutorials, and reviews. So let's try this stuff out. I'm excited. Now, I have recently become a fan of Danessa Myricks because I want to say it was last year. Was it last year? Or whenever she released her Balm contour. I tried the Balm contour and I really like it. I've since then purchased the Evolution powder. I like that too. I have samples of her like liquid blushes and highlighters, and you know, you can use them from blush and lips and all over the face. And yeah, so everything that I've used from her thus far, I've liked. So when she came out with this Yummy Skin Blurring Balm powder, I was very interested to see what it's about. So let me just show you the packaging. This is the packaging, which is really pretty and it looks expensive. And the product is $36, so it's not exactly cheap. And then you have the ingredients on the back as well as some claims. Now this product, Danessa Myricks, you know, she puts a lot of claims on this product. I don't know that they're all listed here, but I will read what it says. It's a texture reducing, coverage boosting, blurring balm to provide that balance that balances oils throughout the day, which of course really interests me because I'm very oily. Maintaining hydration powered by cutting edge blurring Swedish technology. Upsolate, oh God, I'm wearing contacts and reading glasses and I still can't see. Visually create a soft focus effect on pores and fine lines. Tap on with fingers to smooth and blur textured areas. So she suggests you use a finger to apply, and in her lives on IG she uses her fingers. I think I'm going to use a combination of fingers and a brush. We'll see how it goes. So this is what the actual product looks like. Well, the actual packaging. So it's really pretty and it comes with this magnetic spoon. If I could get it out. It comes with this spoon that you can use to scoop the product out rather than using your fingers. And then this is the back of the container. And then it looks very much like the Tatcha primer in the packaging, very similar. And then this is the product itself. I actually took photos of it outside in the sunlight and it did melt a bit. Both of them melted a bit, but they've since cooled off and they're back solid again. So just thought you'd like to know. So I did get it in 2 shades. Once it came to Sephora, and I grabbed it. It was only online only, it said, so I don't know if it's in Sephora stores as of yet, but I couldn't wait until then, so I bought it online and I wasn't sure what shade to get. as always, because in looking at videos, it didn't seem like any shade was going to work for me. So I ended up getting two. So this is number 8, which in videos looked way too orange for me. It doesn't look as orange now. And then this is shade number 9. So shade number 8 is the lighter shade here, and then shade number 9 is the deeper shade here. So shade number 8 is lighter and more warm, and shade number 9 is deeper and more cool. The plan is, and there's a little divot in there because of course I messed it up when I was opening it, but I haven't even swatched them yet because I was waiting to do this with you. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch these, and just let me take my watch off and see what they look like on the skin. So it feels very soft and smooth, and it does feel like a balm. And so this is shade number 8. And let's do it up here. So that's number 8, and I will blend them out, but I just want to show you the swatch first. So that's shade 8. And now going with shade number 9. And I was thinking, like, you know, I think I'm in between shades right now. So, you know, maybe one would work as a summer shade, or I swatched that too close because I did want to blend it out. Maybe one would work. I think I got a heavier swatch of this one because let me swatch this one again, number 8, because that one seems more sheer. This one seems like it's a lot fuller of a swatch, more opaque of a swatch. So those are the differences, and you can see it's a big difference between 8 and 9. So right off the bat, it's looking like 8 is going to be my shade. Oh, so what did I just do? I just took the finger that I used 9 and tried to blend it out. Blended it out with the wrong finger. So let's just blend this out. And Danessa Myricks, on the website, it says you can use like 7 and 8 for a particular range of skin tones. So like if you're in deep, you can use 7, 8. If you're in deep dark, you can use, you know, so you can use more than one. I think more than one will work for you, work for your complexion. You can also use them for highlighters and as contours. You can use it as a primer, and then you can use it to set your foundation. Okay, so I hope I'm not too close. And let's put this on the skin. So I'm gonna start with, right now the only thing I have on is sunscreen. So I'm gonna start with number 8, and I'm just gonna do a swatch of that here on my face. And yeah, definitely sheer. So hopefully you can see that. I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit further. Okay, so that's 8, and it is sheer, and it definitely looks more warm, more orange. And then this is number 9, which I'll put right here, and that is deeper. And then I will just blend it out, and you see that this kind of disappeared. Sort of kind of disappeared. And then blend out number 9. And number 9 is a little darker, a little deeper. But honestly, I feel like because it is sheer, so sheer, I feel like I could use either or. Let me turn down the lighting a little bit gonna zoom you in some more. And okay, so here is where I had number 9, and here is where I have number 8, and I kind of feel like I can't see either one. I don't know if you can see, but number 8 is a little deeper, but I feel like I could get away with either one. Turn the lighting back up some. Yeah, so I think I'm going to go with number 8 for right now. think I'm gonna go with number 8. So yeah, let me wipe this off and then I'll come back and we'll do the application. So I'm really torn, but I think going to use number 8, and I'm going to use it as primer on this side of my face. And yeah, we're gonna see what happens. So as I said, this is $36 they're $36 a piece, and supposedly you can use them like dry skin, normal skin, oily skin. Now the videos that I have seen thus far, they have been women with dry skin, and I don't think they've loved it. At least one video I saw, she didn't love it and thought it would be better for people with oily skin. So and the fact that this is supposed to help with your oils is what really got me excited, because I'm very oily. And in terms of a shade match, in NARS foundation, I am the shade Caracas, and in the Estee Lauder Double Wear, I'm the shade, I think it's Maple 5 and 1.5. So just in case you're looking to see if this shade will work for you. So this is it. Like, I can see a little yellow like tinge, but really can't see it. And it's very smooth. It does have a little bit of a smell. Very faint though. Very faint, like a clean smell, very faint. And yeah, it's really, it went on very smoothly. As you saw, it blends out really easily, almost to the point where I don't even feel like I can see it. Although I do see like a little yellow tone to my skin, a little bit more of a yellow tone to my skin. And it doesn't feel tacky. It does feel, I'm going to put on a little more. It does feel more like a powder. So, you know, definitely applies like a balm, smooths on and blends like a balm, but definitely feels very quickly too. Feels more like a matte powder finish. Very lightweight. Cannot feel it. Yeah, there's a faint smell. Not unpleasant. Very lightweight. I don't feel like I have anything on my skin, and I don't look like I have anything on my skin, but you tell me what you think. So this is with it as a balm, and this is without. And I do feel like there's a little bit, I don't know if it's so much, yeah, I feel like there's a little bit of a blur, that it kind of evened me out a bit. You know, not a lot in terms of coverage, although I don't think that's one of the claims of this product, but I definitely feel like I look a little more evened out, and the blemishes don't look as pronounced as they do on the side where I didn't do anything. So yeah, and I don't feel like this is so light. It doesn't feel like there's, you know, I'm going to start layering my foundation over it and powder and concealer and everything, and I don't feel like it's going to feel like there's a lot of layers on my face, if you know what I mean, or that is going to add to a lot of texture on my face. And it's not supposed to. It's supposed to actually take away. So yeah, okay, so So far, so good. This side of my face, I'm going to use my regular primer, and this is the Present by Philosophy. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear. As I said, I'm in the shade 5 and 1.5, and I'm going to mix it with the ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation, and this is in the shade Dark 175W. This is what I wear in the summertime. This is the shade I wear in the summertime, and this is what I wear in the wintertime. So, you know, I'm just going to try to mix and see if I can get close to close to the shade that I'm actually am. So we're gonna start. I'm gonna start off on the Danessa Myricks side, where I used it as primer, and see how that works. I think it should be fine because, as I said, the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder, very lightweight and doesn't feel tacky. Just feels kind of matte and smooth. And as you can see, I'm not having any problems with blending out my foundation on top of it. And I didn't expect to. I don't know, I might set it with the Danessa Myricks on both sides, because why not? Okay, so that's the foundation on top of the balm powder, and looks good. And now I'm just going to do this side. So that is both sides done with the first layer. I think I did okay with the shade. I might be a little dark in terms of my little mixture here, but I do feel like the side with the Danessa Myricks as the primer is a little more blurred than this side without. What do you think? DM side, regular primer side. So I am going to just finish up what I have here on my hands to add a little coverage to the areas where I need it. This is what the face looks like as primer, without primer, and yeah, I kind of feel like I have a little more coverage and maybe a little more on this side than this side. So I am gonna go in with my concealer. Now, I've decided I'm going to set my whole face with the balm powder, okay? And this way we can see how it works with the balm powder as a primer and as a setting powder, as opposed to here as just as a setting powder. Is my makeup going to wear as well or better with it just as a setting powder, or with having 2 layers on this side? So that's what we're going to do. And yeah, I have to say I'm a little scared because I feel like there's a little tack and you know, that could, I just feel like I'm feeling like my face is looking good, you know, I'm feeling like the makeup is looking good, you know. I feel like it looks a little more flawless on this side, just a tinge more flawless on this side than on this side without the balm powder as my primer. And I don't know, you know, it starts as a balm, and I'm just concerned that it's going to disturb my makeup. And I'm liking how my makeup is looking right now, but we're more pushing forward. Now, I initially was going to use this brush. This is a Sigma Round Kabuki to apply it, but I kind of feel like this might be a little too dense. So I'm going to just use my regular powder brush. This is my BH Cosmetics, and it's like very loose. Because this is, though it's dense, it's a lot more fluffy. It's not as dense, it's a lot more fluffy. So I think I'm gonna go in with this. I thought about going in with my finger like she says, but I think to just put it all over my face, I wanna go in with a brush. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna put a little bit on here, and oh, okay. Push it into this. Okay, let's push it into the skin first. Yeah, it definitely. I don't know if this is my brush. My brush is clean, but I don't know if this is my brush that I'm smelling. Yeah, it's the Balm powder. It has kind of like a minty, maybe, yeah, kind of like a minty, maybe like ginger smell to it. I didn't read the ingredients, so I'm not sure what's in it, but yeah, it definitely has like this minty type smell to it. It's just strong now, stronger than when I first applied. So this is the side with the Balm powder applied over top of the foundation. And I don't think it looks any different, to be honest. Like, it didn't move anything around. And it looks the same as before I applied it, honestly. So this is the side with the Balm powder as setting powder, and this is the side, the unset side. So I'm just gonna go in now and set the other side. And I guess I'm smelling more of it because I'm applying more of it with my brush. Oop, I dug into it that time. So I definitely feel like I'm applying a fair amount, like a fair amount of the product, but I don't feel like I'm wearing a lot of product, and I don't feel like it looks like it's a lot of product. It's gonna be hard for me to not powder my face. I don't know, should I do one side with powder and the other side without? I wish you were here and could tell me right now, but I'm not. I'm not gonna powder it. I don't know, should I do one side with powder and see if it holds up better? I mean, it should hold up better, right? I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna leave it as is. Okay, so that's it. And my face, I don't know if it's the lighting, but I don't feel like my face looks matte. I feel like it's a natural. It looks natural. I feel like it's definitely not a flat matte. I feel like I can still see some like dewiness, maybe some kind of glowiness, maybe. Like, it's not matte. You know what I mean? Am I making any sense whatsoever? Because I don't feel like I am. And this is what it looks like afterwards. Okay, so this is the finished look, and this is what the face is looking like. Let me zoom you in. I do right here where the makeup has settled. I mean, that always happens with everything I wear, but I don't know. How long have I had this on now? Crap. Maybe about has it been 2 hours? How long have I been sitting here trying to do my makeup? It's 3:41 now, and I probably started maybe 2 hours I've had this makeup on. And yeah, so in here, these lines are pretty prominent, and this discoloration and this blemish here, I don't know, I felt like it was more covered up before with my concealer and everything. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I wiped some of that off when I was setting it and yeah, applying it as setting powder. So I don't know, but yeah, here in my fine lines, here and here, it's pretty bad already. Again, that happens with every foundation and every time I do my makeup, that happens. But yeah, it's very, very prominent right now. So I definitely noticed it and wanted to point that out to you. But everything else looks good. I'm someone that powders my face every time I do my makeup, so it's a little weird for me to not powder. Although I don't feel or look like I need powder. I think I look pretty matte without looking too matte, flat matte, or dull with powder, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I don't feel like my skin looks dull. And it's got a little tack to it. Yeah, it's got a little tack to it. Yeah, so the plan is, let me zoom you out. The plan is, I am going to today's Cinco de Mayo, and the plan is to go out and maybe have a little dinner, have a couple cocktails, and come back and show you what my face looks like. Now, I don't know how successful we're going to be with finding a place to eat today, but either way, I'm going to actually leave the house and go outside. And it is warm out today. It's sunny, it's warm, it's about 70 degrees out. So yeah, so I'm gonna give this Balm powder a little test today and come back in a few hours. As I said, it is now let's say round up to 3:45. It's 3:45, and I will try to keep this on as long as possible. Maybe maybe for 6 hours. Maybe 5 hours, 5 or 6 hours. and yeah, and then come back and let you see how it goes. All right, so see you in a few. Okay, I am back. It is, I'm sure you probably won't be able to see this, but it is now 9:13 in the p.m. So I've had this makeup on now for about 5.5 hours, and I'm getting ready to get in my bed and lay down and relax. So I'm getting ready to take this off. And I don't feel, you know how some days at the end of the day you're like, oh, I can't wait to get this makeup off. I don't feel that way. I feel like taking these lashes off. I cannot believe I've had them on this long, actually. But yeah, my face still feels like I'm not wearing anything. And let me zoom you in. So this is what it looks like after 5.5 hours. I am a little oily. I can still see some of my what is it, bronzer, my highlight. I can still see a little bit of my blush even. Usually after I put on blush, when I do my makeup and I put blush on, by the time I'm done with my makeup, putting on my makeup, the blush has disappeared. So the fact that I can still see some blush is pretty impressive. And yeah, it really doesn't look any worse for wear than it did earlier today. My smile lines, you know, in here where I have those wrinkles, looks bad, but that's every day. Anytime I wear makeup, but nothing has broken down. And here's my nose, the pores around my nose. The makeup has not broken down. I'm not missing makeup anywhere on my face, and my nose is usually where I get the oiliest the fastest, and sometimes by day's end, you know, I can see where I'm missing makeup, especially right here on the front. But again, it's only been 5.5 hours, but I have not blotted at all today, and I'm very oily, so normally I will have blotted yeah, probably 2 times by now, and I have not blotted once. And I'm not like an oil monger. You know what, matter of fact, I am gonna go ahead and get a brush and just pat it down, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just have the brush that I used to apply it with today, and I'm just going to just pat my face. I didn't put any powder on it or any extra of the balm on it, and yeah, and it looks good. I hope the lighting is not too harsh, because you know it's nighttime out now. Yeah, and I think it looks, I think it looks good. I do. You let me know in the comments what you think. So this was the side where I just had the balm on as setting powder. This is the side where I had it on as primer and as setting powder. And I think both sides look good. I still think this side, maybe I don't have as many blemishes as I do. I know I do. I do have plenty of blemishes on this side. I feel like this side maybe looked a little more flawless than this side. I can see more of my blemishes on this side. I can still see some here too, but for the most part, I think that using it as a primer did help with a little bit of blurring and a little bit of coverage. If you remembered, it kind of evened out my skin color on this side with the balm. Yeah, but I think both sides held up well. Even, you know, the side with just my regular primer, I think held up really well as the one where I use it as setting powder and primer. I think in the future, like the next time I use this, I think I will powder it. I'm going to use it as a setting powder. I think I'll also use it as a primer too, to be honest. And then I also am going to powder it because I'm just used to powdering my face. Even though I don't feel like I need to powder down this this balm powder, but I think just as an experiment, just to see what happens, I want to go ahead and powder it next time, and just to see if that will affect the longevity at all. Will that help my oils stay at bay for a little longer? I had to come back. Yes, I am in my Mickey Mouse PJs. But I had to come back and say, and yes, my makeup is still on. I'm about to take it off. But I had to come back and say, because I forgot, I did not use setting spray either today. I completely forgot to put on my setting spray. And you know, if you've been here before, you know I always use my Urban Decay all-nighter setting spray. Every time I do my makeup, I put on my setting spray. And I forgot to do that today. And my makeup still held up really well. So, like, if you have oily skin, I think you're gonna like this. Yeah, 5.5 hours. So not 8 hours, but 5.5 hours, and just started looking like maybe I could blot, but didn't really have to. I think it's pretty damn good. So like I said, I'm gonna keep using it and come back maybe and let you know if I still like it, but as of right now, I'm digging it. If you found this video helpful at all, please give it a like and consider subscribing. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope to see you again next week. Until then, bye-bye.